Alright, it's Wednesday, my dudes. Heck yes! Absolutely.
Really?
Shogi? That's a grandpa-ass game to get into now. I mean, one of my big classes this past semester was studying the game of Go. That's an ancient game right there. Nah, it's back in fashion. There's a lot of young shogi pros out there right now. I've been following Hifumi Togo. She's incredibly skilled for a high school student, not to mention pretty. She hasn't played much lately, though. I heard she practices alone in a church somewhere. Yes, the place where everyone goes to play shogi. She plays shogi in a church? I don't get it. Seems strange.
Hey.
Can I hear what those two said? The free shogi player?
Hey, wait!
That's what you focus on? Anyway, I think you should consider learning shogi. Shogi strategies might be useful during battles in the metaverse.
Good morning.
Stop calling me that! We're lucky that it's such a nice day out today. I was worried I'd miss morning training with the meet coming up, but if you're here, then I should still be safe. What, because I asked that one guy to back off that one time? Yes, I'm the pillar of safety. That's me. Definitely. It's raining again. Maybe I should study, it's raining. It may very well have the same effect on mementos as it has on humans. So, something that I am curious about is that one request where it's like that old man's joints get weird in the rain. Is there anything special I need to do about that request in the rain? Like, I see Makoto saying that request. What are we doing today? Can't just sit around. Jumping underground mall. Maybe, but hold on. Let's see here. What should we do about that request? It's a waste of time to just sit here and wait, don't you think? Kind of like the Performance Society. Because there was that one that was like... Request. Let's see here. So, was it this one? On the troublemaker old man, let's change the target's heart and mementos, change the target's heart and mementos, change the heart of the target mementos, change the heart of the target mementos. Well, anyway, guy who beats his girlfriend, let's discuss that at the hideout. So, like, we'll discuss that there. I'll probably end off the stream in going to mementos, so that, you know, I have the option for grinding between sessions if I so choose. Forgive that random plastic bag in the corner, that's Christmas gifts for family, is what that is. Which is gonna be so weird for anyone watching on YouTube after the fact, because anyone watching on YouTube after the fact will be like, what? It's a month later! You know, I just want to look up really quickly if it needs to be raining. Let's see, I think it's that Elderly's one, right? Persona 5 and Elderly's Meaning of Life. Because it said that, like, his joints act up during the rain. So, is there something specifically about the rain? Memento's mission, yada yada. Shadow's move pool and Shuri matchup depends on weather and effect. Without rain, its attacks consist of Mabufula and Dormina. Meanwhile, having rain gives it access to Mabufu. On rainy days, you can choose among 3 attribute skills mentioned above to take them out quickly. I wasn't even paying attention to the thingamabobs. Recommended level question mark or higher. Yes, that sure narrowed it down. So I'm sure that we can take them down without even raining, right? It just means that, like, the boss is easier during the rain. That's not a requirement, so... Probably not going to worry too much about that then. Hold on. So that's where Yuji wanting to hang out. That's Anne wanting to hang out. Yeah, since it's raining, I may as well just, you know, get that knowledge and stuff. Is what I should maybe do. I feel like I can get lots of points from the thing. Also, whoa, wait. Let me check for new books.
Please, take your
Popular
time.
books are here. Ghost Encounters. Wow, I can do that for guts. Cool. I need to change out my DVD. This is what I better do. So let's return that one, returning DVD, and then I want to rent ICU for kindness. Well, yoink, thank you. So much value out of that DVD place, I must say. Is there anything else that I want to do around here? I can check if it's a new movie playing. Like, it's been so long.
Wow.
Okay, it is something different, thankfully. The Roman who struggles to tell the woman he loves how he truly feels.
Well,
Didn't I get a book, though, that would make, like, movies better or something? Isn't that a thing that I got? So maybe I'll hold off for now. And after how long they were playing The Cake Night Rises, like, I'm sure that that'll be playing there for, like, a good while. So, sure. Let's go in. Let's head on in here. Apparently, there's, like, some day or weather bonuses at the bathhouse as well, so maybe I should be doing some stuff there for charm. But this has been, like, my go-to. Oh, yeah, the fruit tea. So that makes me more charming. So guts, kindness, and charm. I think I'm going to be focusing on guts for now, because guts means that we can start Izui's? What was his name? The gun guy. E something. EY, I think. I don't remember. I need more guts. And then we can chat with him about that bag that he gave us like months ago, you know. That'll be the case. I'll also probably stop studying as much once my knowledge gets up to 4, and then it's like, okay, there's only 1 level to go, and I'll be gaining points in class anyway, so
Wanna head back?
probably no rush. So, you know, probably not gonna be doing studying like that for too much longer, I don't think.
Rain.
Just like how few customers I get during the rainy season. Who's texting me? You know, I've been curious. What's Kosai like? Is it filled with guys like Yusuke? I imagine there are a lot of different people there. Now that you mention it, I have one very interesting classmate. She is a female shogi player, and seemingly quite the skilled one at that. Are you talking about Hifumi Togo? I remember hearing she's a student at Kosai. They say she's the most beautiful shogi player around right now. That's what everyone's focusing on then, huh? Phew, sounds too good to be true. Give me some more info. So, what? Is Ryuji's type someone who looks good and is a master at shogi? I don't know much about her. She is not the kind of person to let others close to her. Sounds like she only focuses on her shogi pursuits. After all, it's said she's a lone genius. However, I have heard she is commonly seen at the church over in Kanda. At first I read that as like the K spelling of Canada. For a hot second. For real? We gotta go! You'll probably get struck down by a bolt of lightning if you're going for that ulterior motive. That ain't it. This is for the Phantom Thieves. I mean, shogi's a kind of battle, right? Just gotta know all sorts of insane strategies and stuff. Come over to my place, Ryuji. I'll teach you Fire Emblem. That is quite the stretch. Churches are supposed to be holy. Don't do this, Ryuji. You guys are gonna pay for this one day. Moni, you go spy on her for me. Find if she really is as cute as they say she is. Let's ignore that idiot. Oh, it's voice acted.
Anyway, a shogi expert, huh?
Speaking of churches, when I was exploring on my own time in Italy, like, there was a few, like, really, really old churches that were just, you know, open for people to, you know, wander and, you know, see the architecture and stuff. They were really, you know, darn crazy looking, you know. Pretty cool. Took a few pictures.
Strategizing toward victory? Those might actually be good tactics to know for our work as the Phantom Thieves. You said she's at the church in Kondo, right? We should check it out when you have the time.
Yeah, maybe. And there were, like, in some of these churches, there were side doors that I wasn't sure where they led. And I went up to a couple side doors, you know, trying to open them, being like, are they locked? And the answer was no. And I kind of peered in, it just looked like storage stuff, but I was like, I'm not going in there. It's not happening, you know? We're usually busy for the next 3,000 years playing all routes of 3 houses, honestly. That's the way that is. You know, when I was at this meetup, you know, yesterday with this German group, one of who might be coming on for the SpongeBob movie game shenanigans, but that's neither here nor there. When I was talking with him, this was one of the people that I played Fire Emblem with in junior high school, when everyone was playing like a Game Boy Advance emulator on their phone and playing all sorts of games. Like, we were playing things like the Game Boy Advance Pokemon games, and another big one that people started playing, I think I was the first one to start playing it, was Fire Emblem 7, so Blazing Sword, or just called Fire Emblem International. And I remember he was playing it with me, and he apparently has a Switch, and we were talking about, like, Switch game stuff. He was saying that he hadn't played, you know, 3 Houses before, and, so I talked to him about it a little bit, and I was like, yeah, I have one of, if not the longest 3 Houses series with that whole situation, and then I was like, then 3 Hopes came out the moment that I was done with that. And he was just like, geez, that's insane. And, you know, talked about the multiple routes and stuff. So I told him, you know, Fire Emblem 3 Houses, it does have some good things going for it. But if you're interested in playing it, don't buy it. Send me a text and I'll lend you my copy. That's what I told him. His historical district contains many famous shrines and churches. Reflect on your past, confess your regrets, and the path forward may become clear. I regret playing 3 Houses. Should I go confess to this? Oh, okay. I thought we went through, like, the, you know, the payphones that this, you know, we wouldn't have, you know, records of this. Well, oh, Master, it's Becky, your provider of comfort. I need to ask you, can you request me? Request fee is 5,000 yen, but I promise I'll do a good job. I can become closer with Kawakami thanks to temperance thingamabob will grow stronger soon. You know, I should probably start, like, my new confidants and just have them all in, like, the list and stuff, right? Everyone was down during the day today. Didn't this happen before? So everyone down because it attacked from somewhere. I think we saw that one, right? I think we already saw that. How's my plant doing? How's the plant going? I can still play just one route. That's probably a pretty good experience on its own, just because Monotonous multiple. Yeah, that's fair. Like, after I did my first playthrough of Three Houses, I actually really liked it.
Hey,
You know? So yeah, good care for their plants. I really liked Three Houses at the end of my first playthrough. And then after that, it was just like pain. I enjoyed my second playthrough, but when my save file just got basically deleted at the end, that was pain, you know? From there, everything started going downhill.
yes.
Having so much more fun with Three Hopes. Like, you know, it'll be a while before we do the next playthrough of that. The uploads on the channel of that little throwaway save file just started recently. You know, I'm looking forward to the upcoming Fire Emblem stuff on the channel with both Engage and then Fates and stuff like that. Will be the case. So him and I talked about Engage a little bit as well. But yeah, I don't think he's played any of the Modern Fire Emblem games. But from, like, playing them on the Game Boy Advance emulator on our phones in junior high school, you know, it's definitely, you know, an interest for both of us. Only I, like, followed through with it a lot more. You know, started to really enjoy Fire Emblem from there. Should I continue to make use of the rain? And, Akechi's there. And, like, go study? Her current feelings towards Engage? I'm sure there's gonna be aspects about it that I'm gonna like, you know, since I do love Fire Emblem stuff. I'm hoping that I'll enjoy it more than Three Houses with, you know, what a situation that turned into, but I'm not big on the art style. Like, it feels like they combined the Radiant titles and Fire Emblem Heroes, is what it kind of feels like they did. And it just kind of feels weird to me. It feels like freemium appy. It feels Genshin-y, which doesn't always necessarily have to be like a bad thing, but you know, it's just not really quite the feel that I want in Fire Emblem. And the fact that there's Day 1 DLC announced, it's like, and they used the Game Awards to do that. They were like, oh yes, the Game Awards, the perfect opportunity for Nintendo to announce Day 1 DLC on a game that's not out yet. It's like, oh man, and the Day 1 DLC is Three Houses DLC. Well, Three Houses plus Tiki. But the main thing going for it is that it's Three Houses with Edelgard, Dimitri, and Claude, and it's like, stop. Stop! You know, I think the graphics and visuals have improved vastly since Three Houses, just not too keen on the character design. Yeah, that's fair there. The main hero, especially, is kinda strange. I feel like I generally liked the look of the models, like, in Three Houses a little bit more than in what I'm seeing of Engage so far. I will admit that the Engage models do pop a lot more. They are a lot more colorful. You know, and Three Houses, they could be subject to blending into their environment a bit more and kind of becoming a little bit of a blur. But I feel like, I don't know, the art style of Three Houses felt a lot more mature, if that makes sense. And the art style of Engage feels Genshin-y, you know, if that makes sense. I don't think Genshin Impact is an ugly game. I've never played it. It has amazing music. I love the music of Genshin Impact. I listen to remixes of that all the time. But, you know, it just, when I think of, like, the Genshin kind of style, I look at something that, like, I'll think of something that feels like a free game, you know? And, you know, the general Fire Emblem Heroes feel that I'm getting from it is, you know, kind of not the greatest either. I feel the same about the Engaged art style in Day 1 DLC. Those are mostly not encouraging. Yeah, I'm not big on that kind of thing. One of the things that they revealed recently is, you know how in Fire Emblem Fates, there was the mechanic where, it was a mechanic exclusively in Japan, where they did, like, the Pokemon Ami thing, where you could pet the face of people that were visiting you. But, you know, in the Western version, they just come in and say a quote and then leave, because they thought that, like, Western audiences would be too weirded out by the fact that you could pet people's faces. Well, apparently that's back in Engage, but just petting, like, the rings of your emblems. So, like, the spirit that's in the ring just, like, is on the side of the screen while you're polishing the ring, and they're making, you know, sounds and, you know, lines and stuff like that. And it's like, wow, that's so weird. You know, I can't wait for them to make, you know, weird sounds of getting turned on by polishing their ring. It's so weird. Like, we know what's gonna happen. Like, it seems weird to say out loud, but let's face it. That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna make weird noises. Like, it's Fire Emblem, and they're bringing back that weird Ami thingamabob with the rings. Like, let's face it, they're gonna make weird noises. Like, let's just be honest here. Genshin art style, the next game after Metroid, that turned into its own genre. What, like, for art style there? It's just what it gives me, you know, the vibes up there. The heroes
For
stuff and the Genshin kind of stuff makes it feel way too much like a, you know, freemium game there. One of my big concerns is also how the emblems are going to be handled. It seems like there's going to be, like, a very finite amount of, like, the really, really good emblems that give, you know, the super spicy abilities, as opposed to, like, the super generic rings that, you know, just give, like, minor stat boosts and stuff like that. And it makes me really worried that, you know, your limited amount of very spicy rings that you give out to select party members is gonna make those select party members so dang OP that, you know, the game gets balanced around that, and all your party members that don't have OP rings are just gonna be, like, your super duper frail units that you just have to try your best to keep safe all the time on the harder difficulties. That's what I'm worried about. So we'll see. Ah! I got my knowledge up there! Alright, I'm probably gonna stop studying.
Alright.
As well, I'm probably gonna do encyclopedic. Sweet.
Wanna head back?
So, that's a concern there, so we'll see. We shall see about that. Oh, speaking about that bag, you know, I can show some of the things that I got there. That might be cool to show on Stream to Stream. The smidge that I can show, at least, here. Let's just show, like, the main box here. So, my mom is into Pokemon stuff, and I ordered some things from Pokemon Center recently that just came in. I ordered some scarves for my little cousins because, you know, I wear a scarf all the time, and if they're interested in doing that as well, I can show them how to properly put on a scarf and stuff, so I ordered some cool ones there. And my mom here, who's always, you know, stressed out and tired of work stuff, I got a Pikachu figure. Which way does this properly open to show it? Something like this. I don't know if I can properly show it through the plastic. I can do like full cam here. But it's a sleepy Pikachu who's holding, you know, like a Jigglypuff plush and is just like super tired and stuff. And I thought that that would be like, you know, a really cute desk at work kind of thingamabob there. So, I don't know, I'll probably wrap it in the next couple days here. Is what I will probably do. Is this how this goes on? Again, it must be, right? Yeah, goes on like that, and I put it back in the thingamabob. First, sorry. Wait, are you will studying? Is that a typo there? Prof, I'm maxing my knowledge. Further studying is not necessary. Still installed instead of will. Yeah, still studying. Still installed. Is your studies still installed? Or did you delete them from your OS? Way back. So, yeah, there's that. Wow. I went to Canadian Tire trying to find some things for my dad. And I got him like a big packet of pellets for the smoker. So like wood chip pellets for his smoker that he likes to use. I got him this cribbage board that's like yay big, that's in the size, like in the shape of a walleye. He might find fun. Got him some like fish hooks and bait and stuff. I'm putting this blanket back over my legs because it's chilly. I got like a whole mix of things for my cousin's two kids while I was exploring around the other day doing Christmas shopping. So there was like the scarves. I got them each this little thing of Kinders, which anyone in the States doesn't know what Kinder is because it's, you know, illegal there, which is so silly. But I noticed at Canadian Tire that they had these little box set thingamabobs that would have like a small stuffy in the top and then like 7 different types of like Kinder chocolate stuff. I was like, oh, that's so cute. So I got each of them, one of those. Each of them are getting a video game. Just like a small video game that, you know, doesn't even cost all that much, but what they would respectively be interested in. The younger one, I wound up picking up a digital copy of, it only comes in digital, of Kirby's Dream Buffet, that recent one that came out. It's like a fun little mini-game thing that they can also play together and stuff like that. And because I don't think that she, you know, is yet at the point of really putting like a massive ton of time into a game that has like a clear start and finish point, so something that's, you know, just a small mini-game thing like that you can pick up and put down super easily is probably like the best kind of approach. And the older one, the games that he's interested in nowadays that I'll be picking up for him, is God of War. So, you know, very different game there. Very different to say the least. And then for the younger one, I got like a big plushie, and then for the older one, I got like a nice, good pair of quality sunglasses from Mountain Equipment Co-op. So, that was my big thing of like Christmas shopping in the past couple days. I thought that was cool, and I thought that was like a good mix of some cool stuff there. And of course, I picked up lots of dog toys for the Doogie, who's, you know, getting on there in age at 14 years old, since it's almost certainly gonna be, you know, her last year of this kind of thing. So she's getting, you know, a lot of toys here coming up. And I think Anima said that she was sending something as well. So it sounds like the Doogie's gonna get rather spoiled and have a very incredible time there, you know. So there's gonna be that. But yeah, don't mind you still have to go buy Christmas presents. Yeah, I got that sorted out just in the last couple days, because it was only 2 days ago that I finished my final. And, you know, I only finally got around to doing some of that. I got, like, a smidge of stuff done before, like the Pokemon Center stuff that, you know, I ordered a little bit in advance so that it would come in time. Also, I'm ticked off, because Pokemon Center, it said, like, with any valid order, they'll also ship, like, a little Christmas ornament for free, like this little Pikachu thingamabob, and that didn't come in my box, and I was gonna use that as, like, a stocking stuffer within the family, but that was not part of my shipment. So now I need to, like, get into contact with Pokemon Center customer support and be like, hey, can I get my ornament? What the heck is going on here? Because it said that it was included in my shipment, and it just wasn't shipped there. So I don't know what the heck is going on. And, you know, I've ordered stuff from Pokemon Center before. I've never had problems with them before. You know, like, when I talk about criticism of Pokemon on my channel, I, you know, do it, in my opinion, completely fairly. And to be completely fair to Pokemon Center, I've never had issues with an order before. This is, like, the first time that it's happened. So I was really surprised to see that happen, because they're usually very on top about that kind of thing. So I was really surprised that just wasn't in the box, and I was like, oh, what the heck? The heck, man? I'm not happy. Not happy about it. I got all the main stuff that I needed, though. So
we did all we could. I hope we can avoid problems.
There's that. We're fine.
As expected from someone who's been through this 3 times already.
Yeah, I'm basically a pro at this point.
If you say so, then. Yes, I'm sure it'll go well.
I was, one of the things that I was planning on picking up for family is I was planning on using funds from the channel, where I've been using, like, funds for the channel is something that I'm using, like, in gifts here and there, because, like, I feel like that's something fitting, like, that's a wholesome thing there, is to use it on gifts for family and stuff like that. And one of the things that I was actually going to pick up was a new computer for my Oma, because her computer is, like, well over a decade old. It is so dang slow. She just needs a simple machine to be able to check her email and go on the internet. That's basically all it needs to do, and maybe sometimes use Excel. Like, very basic kind of stuff. So I was looking around for, like, just a simple, like, monitor computer built-in thing, like her current one is, to potentially pick up as, like, a really nice gesture there. But when I was talking with my mom about it, she was saying, like, you know, she'd probably want to go out, like, with me and pick out one that, you know, she does actually really like herself. And I was like, yeah, that's probably a fair point. And, you know, a computer is something that you keep for a long, long time. So that's probably a fair thing there. So I didn't end up picking a computer, but sometime after the holidays, we'll probably have to make, like, some sort of a trip to, you know, go pick out, like, what the right computer there is to replace that old thing that barely runs at all anymore. Like, it pains me seeing that. So, you know, a new computer there would be good. Not like that means I'll put up bamboo decorations, write my wish on a piece of paper, though. Wait, today's to Nabata, the Star Festival. Not like that means I'll put up bamboo decorations, write my wish on a piece of paper, though. I'm not feeling it this year. I get you. I don't know what this holiday is. I'm not familiar with the culture. I'm sorry. Oh, but there's a traditional food associated with Tanabata, just like chocolate for Valentine's Day.
Do you know the answer?
Alright, Takamaki-san. Tell me, what is traditional Tanabata food? I'll give you a hint. It's based on a certain motif in Tanabata's myth. Huh? Oh, yeah, I mean...
Hey, wait!
Hey, Lady Anna's obviously panicking. Be a good guy and help her out. Traditional food?
Counting on you.
Sorry, Harmonia, help me out. So Tanabata is about gods crossing a starry sky to reunite once a year. Might have something to do with... I mean, if this is like an old ancient custom thing, they wouldn't have had a name for the Milky Way. Like, it might have something to do with stars. It wouldn't have anything to do with spaceships. I would guess pomegranate. Oh, can I not check online right now? Oh, can you not for these ones? I think I still have that tab open. I just want to, like, double check, but that's my guess. Pomegranates. Let's see here. Apparently, according to this site, the answer is the Milky Way. So that just generally means, like, the stars surrounding us, essentially. Right? Like, that's what would make the most logical sense for, like, crossing the stars, but wouldn't make the most logical sense if it was, like, an old, like, tradition thingamabob where they wouldn't have known about the Milky Way itself, but would know about the stars. So I assume it's just referring to Milky Way in terms of the stars that make it up. I don't know. So traditional food is something inspired by the Milky Way. If I had to guess, I would have no idea. I'm gonna say my guess is sumo noodles. I'm gonna check that tab now. Oh, that's it! Okay, that one I guessed right. Alright, 102. Yeah, I can see that. Milky Way's like a long white bundle of them, right? Yes! Traditional food of Tanabata's gotta be sumo noodles.
This is it.
Okay.
That's correct.
Cool! Traditional food for Tanabata is sumo noodles. Originally in China, they ate a baked good that we call sakubai in Japanese to appease demons. Over time, that pronunciation went from sakubai to sakumen to sumen, a wholly different food. Going with a theme of calming demons, sumen on Tanabata is sometimes called demon guts. Go restore your strength with some seasonal food and get ready for your exams. Oh yeah, exams are coming up there. Yeah, no problemo! Leon seems really relieved. Cool! Awesome there. Bam, more charm. You're pretty good at studying. I'm impressed. Yeah, I know how to use the internet. I'm real good at it. Alright, well. Well, who's texting me now? A lot of people. Holy crap. Hi, greetings, senpai. I was just thinking of inviting you out, and we don't have the option to do that before this point. Like, there's no... I forget what your name is, but you haven't been on the map with, like, an option for me to, like, deepen bonds here. So I should probably take this opportunity if you're doing that to me. Do you have time right now? Maybe we can meet up with Kichijoji? Maybe. I wish to consult with you about what I sketched in Mementos. Do you have time today? I wish to come by LeBlanc with this painting. I'd be tempted to, but, so for the sudden call, Shibuya from the store. I was wondering if you had time to come in today. It's a well point save for card holders, so we're getting kind of slammed. If you could help out, I'd really appreciate it. Alright, and the manager said you get paid extra for busy days. We're fine on the money front. Fine, if you can't. And that'd be for charm there. Like, I feel pretty confident with the social stats situation right now. Like, we probably don't have to worry about that, so maybe we'll just focus on this, even if we get opportunities to raise social stats more than usual. Like, I might just end up doing that.
Let's do it.
Oh yeah, also on the topic of, like, getting gifts for people and stuff like that. While I was out and about earlier today, one of the things I decided to pick up was just, like, a thank you card for my Taekwondo instructor. Because for the past year, my schedule's been, you know, all over the place. And, you know, I'm talking with my instructor about that. He's just been like, you know, you're one of our longest students here, so just come in and train when you feel like training. Don't worry about payment for now. And, you know, when you're ready to commit to a schedule, then we can talk and work something out. And I have, you know, tried to talk to him about that before. Be like, oh yeah, I feel like I'm ready to commit to a schedule. But he always, you know, dodges around the subject and is like, you know, it's fine to continue doing what you're doing. You know, there's no harm here. Like, we don't expect anything there, especially while you're in, like, a tricky time in university where, you know, you're not exactly gonna be made of money or anything like that. And it's just been, like, so supportive. It keeps on assuring me, like, if you do want to commit to, like, you know, payroll again, well, paying for classes again, and committing to a schedule, like, make sure that you're, like, getting, like, the full value out of it. Because he was telling me, you know, if either one of us is losing in this situation, I'd rather it be me than you. Like, me being him, and that, you know what I mean there. It's just been, like, so generous to me. It's insane. So I picked up a thank you card earlier. I was gonna write a message, like, in the car and then go drop it off at the dojang, but my pen that I brought along, which should still be in his pocket. I don't think I took it out of the pocket. Yeah, I didn't hear. Apparently this pen doesn't work, so I couldn't write anything. It's just crap there, so I just brought it home and I'll write something coming up here and I'll go drop it by the dojang one of these days. That's what I'll do. My goodness, the train route goes everywhere now. So hold on. Whoa, wait. Did I just save? Yeah, I did. Just, you know, do it there anyway. And then go ahead and do this. Sure. Let's go at once. Thank you so much. I'll be waiting. Sure, let's go and do the thing. So that was another thing I picked up. I have a cousin that will typically do, like, gaming-related stuff for each other each year. Apparently he hasn't been doing gaming stuff in a good while, so I wasn't sure what to get him, but he has a corgi pup that he absolutely adores, so I just got him a bunch of toys for his corgi. Hello, it's gotten so hot lately, hasn't it? But I've got a meet coming up, so I can't lose steam now. If you have some time, would you like to do some stretches with me? Let's stretch our legs. Consuming a little deep in just yet. Wait, whoa, wait.
Maybe some other time.
What thing is she? What arcana? Hold on, my notepad. If it says on my notepad here. What's your name again? Kasumi. Hold on. Let's see here. So Kasumi on my notepad. Why don't I see you on my notepad? What? Don't tell me I forgot to write you down. Kasumi's Faith. Okay. Kasumi's the Faith Arcana. So... Velvet Room. Yeah. So, if I have a Faith one, maybe I can get rid of that derpy Chariot one. I don't know if we're going to be hanging out with Ryuji anytime soon. Maybe we get rid of that and get like a Faith one. I don't know.
I'll go.
Welcome. So
Needs our guidance.
I don't know. Freaking. Yeah, that thing. Get it out of here.
So this is what it will be.
Sure, go ahead.
Be
Be gone with it. I'm gonna get like a Faith one, assuming that I have one. That's right, you ugly thing. You're getting the chair. This game's so brutal. Oh yeah, speaking of the chair, I need to give that one sword to Yusuke. Gosh dang it. Let's see here.
These are the paths you have walked.
So Faith, huh? Where's Faith at? Right down there. And I have no Faith ones. I just executed Ryuji's thingamabob for no reason. Boy. Well.
Time for some
I mean,
execute 'em. What path
I
do
don't
you
think I
want?
can make a Faith one here, can I? With my current things. Maybe there's some combination that I can do to make a Faith thing, but... Meh.
Are you finished? What?
So, I want to go back.
No slacking off.
Well, should I still hang out with what's-her-face Kasumi? Should I still do it?